Hey everyone, if you're new here, my name is Adrian. I'm going to be showing you how simple it is to grow sweet potato slips. So the way that I've been doing it over the years is either in water or soil. My favorite method is to use soil. It is very effective, and down here I've got 4 different trays, lasagna trays, which you can buy at Walmart. I will try to find the actual sizes of these, but they're just the deep tray lasagna ones. And what I do is you can take the lid like this, and you can put it on the bottom side, which this one already has one on there. I just wanted to show you. You can put that on the bottom side, and before you put that plastic lid on, you can poke holes with a with either a, what do you call that, ice pick or some kind of a sharp tool, and then put this lid on the bottom, and it acts as like a water catcher. So it'll catch the water. You don't have to worry about it getting all over your ground in your house. We don't have a greenhouse, so this is what we do. We just put it in front of a window. You can do the same thing. You don't have to have anything fancy, okay? Now, if you're wondering what kind of soil we use, I just use either potting soil, or you can use 100% organic compost, which you can get at Lowe's. The company is called Living Earth, and they make some really good quality compost. But if you don't have the organic compost, you can just use potting soil. I've even done mixtures. I think this one might be a mixture of like potting soil and organic compost. The other thing I will tell you guys that's very helpful in this process is if you can buy you a heating pad, even just one heating pad. So underneath this lasagna tray, I have a heating pad, and I'll put a link to that in the description of the video to show you where I got it on Amazon. But what happens is, if you're wondering why, the heating pad warms up the soil, which kind of signifies to the tubers, the sweet potato tubers, that it's time to grow. So they'll start growing slips. And right here, if you look closely on this one, you can see that they are starting to pop up. And even I think over here, you can kind of see them. And then right here on the side of this one, it's barely, you can see it there. Yep. So once they start emerging from the soil, then you can just take them off the heat pad and put them in the sunlight, and then they'll do fine. You don't have to use the heat pad. You can do it without that, but it's a great tool, and it speeds up the process, especially if you started late in the season. Let's see here. Here are some examples of ones that I have in water. So like this one was already starting to put slips off of it. And what I did was I just took it and I put it in a little jar like this. Some people use toothpicks. I like to find jars that I don't have to do that. I just set it in there and then fill it up. You're covering about a quarter of that sweet potato with water. Okay. This one doesn't even have roots coming out of it yet. That one's a little bit slower, but this one, interestingly enough, it has these roots. This is what starts happening at the bottom. Start growing these roots, okay, and then shortly after that, you'll start getting slips. And there's actually, you can't see it that well, but right here, there's a little node that's starting to come out. That's where the slip's going to come out. Okay, and that's kind of what happened to this one. If you look at this guy here, which looks amazing. What it was is I had a sweet potato that was starting to grow a little bit, slips, and what I did was I just stuck it in this little container, put some soil, and I keep it watered regularly. So here's an example of, like, during the season, I took a part of a vine from the sweet potato and stuck it in this container, and it has literally just started growing. It's kept it growing in this soil, and this was I never grew it from the actual sweet potato itself. This was like from a sweet potato plant from last season, and I'm doing an experiment this year. So I'll let y'all know how that goes. This is what it looks like once you cut these slips off. I'm gonna show them down here. Once you cut these slips off, when they get to about 6 inches, I like to go at least 6 inches before you cut them. Then you drop them into water, and they start growing roots like this, and that's called rooting. I'll link in the description those, like how to root them and all that. It's very simple, okay? But here's something else I want to show you. So these were some sweet potatoes that were in my pantry, and they're already growing slips all by themselves. I didn't do anything to make that happen. And this is great because you can take these and you have a head start. So you can submerge these into soil, which is what I did here. I submerged these in soil. They were already starting. This little slip was already growing off of this sweet potato, and I just put it down in the soil, and now it's doing awesome. So just a head start. And so yeah, if you have some like this that are in your pantry, they're growing slips already, sweet. Well, you get a head start. You can start them that way. And then here's some more slips that I've taken and put in water, and you can see the root systems there as well. But guys, really simple. Also, if you're wondering what this powdery stuff is here on the top, I had ants in here one day, and so I put cinnamon. Cinnamon is a deterrent for ants. They don't like it, so they all left this container pretty quickly. All right, well, thank y'all for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.